Alright, let's go get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're going to be checking out some more of our Soulstone survivors. This is an ongoing series for me where I go ahead and go through all the characters, try to find a good build for clearing out content, and it'll help you guys out. And today we're working on the Barbarian specifically because for the latest update, the Unholy Cathedral, they basically released two new artifact powers. One for the Barbarian, and I believe the other one was for the Pyromancer. Nope, it was the Sentinel. That's right. But for the Barbarian, the artifact power is basically a war cry, and it's active for all of the weapons. I've only unlocked 3 out of the 4 because that's all the weapons I tried. But I gotta be honest, I really like the one for the Blood God's Legacy, and the reason why is because each war cry does something different. In case of the Blood God's Legacy, it actually increases your damage based on a shout that happens. So for however many targets you hit with it, it increases your damage for this thing. So it is an incredibly potent thing. There is also one right here that this one increases your multi-hit chance, which is actually also really good. And this one over here increases your crit damage. I'm not sure what this one does since I haven't unlocked it, but we're going to be working with Blood God's Legacy. For runes, we are going to be working with the Versatility Runes, Material Harvest Weapon, Expert, and Reroll Mastery, because I love having the extra reroll potential. And for Tenacity Runes, we're going to be working with Dash Mastery, because I love that additional dash distance. Decapitator, which is something new I've been trying out, just because the Barbarian doesn't have a lot of kill potential really early on, so the faster we kill some early in-game enemies, or early enemies, we can get more XP really fast. Pulse of Agony, because bleed is going to be a key component to our build this time around, and multicast mastery, because of course we do love multicast. Even though I didn't take the weapon for it, I still think that the Blood God's Legacy is really good. Skill-wise, like I said, we're going to be working on a bleed build. So for this one, we're going to go with heavy strikes and ground slam. Ground slam is actually going to help us be kind of unkillable, because at some point in time, we are actually going to be fairly unkillable. For number 1, able to regenerate health. Number 2, we're going to have so much armor that we're not going to be able to die. Bloody Saw is probably going to be the main source of power for us. And then we're also going to do other things that'll also give us bleed as well. So if you like the content and want to see more episodes like this here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what character you want to see next. Or you can come onto my Discord. It's a free link down in the description. You can join me, join the community. Maybe we can play some games together. You can request a specific game you might want to see me play, or a character you want to see me play over there. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and we'll go with the Cave of Dalzog, just so we can have some more iron. Iron seems to be one of the things that I'm always seeming to run low on. And we're just going to go ahead and head down to the bottom of the map. I've been actually trying to stay away from the corners of the map, believe it or not, which is a suggestion I had made early on to a lot of people, because of the fact that, the truth be told, a lot of enemies seem to spawn in when you get to the walls on the map, so it just made sense to hang out by the walls. The only problem was, a lot of the times I would find that the Void Lords would spawn in and around the walls or in a corner, and it wasn't very good for us, because we would have to constantly circle around terrain when I wanted to stay as close as possible to get the most XP benefit and to basically zerg down those Void Lords as fast as possible. Now, if you look at the top of my character, you'll see there are 3 symbols right now. The green number with the sword, that is our prowess. That's the extra damage we're doing. The blue armor, that is our resilience. That is the extra armor we're getting. And that weird symbol that's in the gold that looks like a little triangle is actually our artifact power. Now, the way that works is basically it is like a 5th ability or a 7th ability that we get for our character. But the way that works is basically, while we're here, gain stacks by casting any skill and consume 25 stacks to cast a skill. So the War Cry is a skill that's basically on a cooldown based on the number of skills that are used. So the more cast frequency and the more multicast that we have activating, the faster that War Cry comes up. And it's going to be really good, because every time it does it, it renews and gives us an extra damage buff. So that's really good. So we're going to go through here and we're going to try to find some skills. I am actually going to take the Earthen Shield here. Because that is going to give us some additional armor for survivability, essentially. I am not going to worry about the damage component to literally anything at all right now, other than maybe like Bloody Saw, because we're going to be stacking up a lot of damage based off our bleed. So we're going to go ahead and look for Bloody Saw. There we go. And then if we actually get opportunity to pick up on more skills like inflict bleed, we are going to take them. And we're just going to come around here. I am going to hang out near this wall, even though I said I wouldn't. Maybe around over here. Just so we can get some enemies, you know, graded up. And we're going to be working on area effect. And basically what's going to happen is essentially we're just going to have saw blades raining across the screen. There's nothing that any of the Void Lords are going to be able to do. As a matter of fact, most of the Void Lords will drop before they even have time to react. It's going to be pretty stinking awesome. So let's go in here. We might take some skills, just to take some skills until we get what we want. But we are going to increase the damage of our bleed anytime that we see the ability to do so. I'm also going to take some skills just to take some skills, like I said. Whenever we find more skills that'll like basically enhance our bleed, we're also going to do that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and if I see some armor, I am also going to be taking the ability to take armor. Damage increase for the bleed will be fine. Relentless is also going to be fine. And I kind of like that these three lords are here. And the other one's like at the bottom. And all I'm going to do is I'm just really just going to stay around them as close as I can. So we get maximum saw blades over here. And I'm not really too terribly worried about taking a lot of damage, just because the fact that we will, in fact, get a lot of the health regen from our kit, from that heavy slam that's basically giving us heal on slam. And essentially, the more bleeds we have, the better that heal is going to be, which is why multicast is so good. And so there goes our first set of lords down, about 2 minutes and 26 seconds into this one. Really good amount of time for those kills. And now we're just gonna work our way around here, make sure we get all those. Let's go ahead and get some more skills here. All your attacks play bleed. Every time you apply finesse, you have a chance to gain bulwark. That's not a terrible thing. For each of your type skills with earth, improve your skills without. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take some more agility. Yeah, we'll do multicast. I will merciless. There we go. Area effect. That's fine. It would be nice to get some whatchamacallit, magnet. Magnet would be really good. I'm not too concerned about lethality. We will have our own sources of lethality, but we will pick it every once in a while. We're gonna go with more bloodshed. There we go. And the reason why I keep on picking up those choices that say basically, you know, there's a chance to cause bleed even though we're causing bleed, it's because of the fact that every time you pick that option, it does increase the amount of bleed that's being applied from those attacks. So there is a benefit to taking them, even if you're already causing the damage. We're going to come on down here. And we're about to get our next set of Void Lords already. Let's go ahead and start working on something. This area effect is pretty good. Magnet. Magnet's good because essentially it's going to help us get more XP. More XP is better. Damage on that one. Increase the damage of every bleed by 210%. We're going to go with Vicious Strikes. Why not? We're going to take some armor just to get a little bit more unkillable. Magnet. We'll take Magnet just because. Relentless is also really good. And we are rageful right now, which is really good. I can even just like stick around these guys. And they are crossing streams, but it does not matter. They're going to go down here any second now, with the amount of bleeds we're providing them. There's 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one at? I hear, there he is. There he goes. We're going to take this health. Why not? And like I said, if you look at our health bar, we're slowly ticking all the way back up to max health. And that's just going to go faster and faster eventually. It's going to use our 10 points here. We'll go ahead and take some the agility. We'll get some more resilience. We'll get some rage. So we can get a better version of that. Ooh, multicast and bloody saw. That's a legendary version. Of course, we're going to take that. Multicast and resonant slam for more armor. We're going to magnet. I'm really hoping that we'll get better versions of magnet soon. We'll take the additional armor. Rage unleashed. More health. You know, I'll take some merciless. So now we're going to be a multicast machine, especially a bloody saw. They're going to be all over the place. And if we get lucky enough, we might actually find some some of the level up abilities that'll basically do more bleed damage per tick. This essentially just turns you into an absolute butcher. And luckily for us, our rage is about to be capped out again, so we're going to go into this fight doing the maximum amount of damage that we possibly can. We do got some guy thinking he could spin to win just as good as us. Just because you are about 3 times my size doesn't mean you got what it takes. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have it. He doesn't have the it factor. There we go. Alright, all those guys dead. Look at that. We're making excellent time. We've made it through 3 sets of lords before 6 minutes. Obviously, we can do better, but, I mean, for the Barbarian, Barbarian was actually a lackluster class, in my opinion. Like, it was actually one of my least favorite characters whenever I started first playing the game. So I do feel like he's definitely coming into his own a lot more, especially with the artifact power. Artifact power definitely gives you a good sense of power fantasy as a Barbarian, especially when you get to that point where you don't have to move as much. And a matter of fact, I started stutter stepping with my character, like, you know, taking a break from movement every now and then, and just only really moving whenever I saw the red circles underneath me, which is probably still the smartest way to play, but I like to stay on my toes just in case, because sometimes not everything can be told, but it's going to be hit wherever the red circles are at. I like that. We already have the next set of dead Void Lords coming up. Let's go ahead and spend our points here. Damage increase, area effect. Let's see. Let's go ahead and multicast. Bleed. I go with that. Those are all good. Ooh, another multicast. Multicast and heavy strikes actually wouldn't be too bad because that's our main source of healing. And, you know, let's go ahead and start getting some lethality. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. There we go. And we're already in rage state, so we're good. And we're going to move ever so slightly, but I'm going to try to stay around this guy. We still got 2 guys up. I swear I heard multiple guys go down just a second ago. Where's Gammoth at? There he is. There he goes. And now we're going to go for that shield turret over there. And you can see that bleed goes up exponentially. So as long as we got saw blades on them, and there's actually 2 shield turrets up. Shield towers, whatever. I don't actually know the proper name. I know shield turrets is probably not what they're called, but it's whatever. The point is we're killing enemies and we're killing them fast. You can see their artifact power spikes, like every time it hits, and it's going up pretty fast. Let's go ahead and use some of our skills here. We'll go Merciless, increase damage and bleed. Some more Relentless, damage and bleeds. And Rage Power Unleashed. There we go. We might go with some more mobility soon. I just love seeing all these bleed stacks come up. Looks like we have a couple of enemies here. I think they could get near or close enough to us to do some sort of damage. We'll go ahead and go with... I'll go with some more experience. Why not? Originally, my plan was to try to like pair this with a bleed of some sort, or some sort of sorry, not bleed. Like a body slam or a Titan cleaver, but I really come to find that I really enjoy like the aspect of just like looking at one skill and making it the powerhouse of the entire kit. And it really proves that it's strong. I mean, you saw how we cleared that out. It's 9 minutes 7 seconds. We've already cleared out all the lords. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next one too. Whatchamacallit? Overlord 1. As a matter of fact, whenever I tried this before, I actually made it Overlord 2 in the same amount of time it's been taking me time to finish Overlord 1 with a couple other characters. That's something that's easily doable with things like the Necromancer. But I feel like for the Barbarian, I could never have made that time before. I could be wrong. It could have totally been possible. I didn't feel like it was happening that fast. Matter of fact, we might go to Overlord 2 depending on how fast we clear this out as well. Again, like I said, this guy has a slow start, but once he gets going, he becomes nigh unkillable and really awesome. I want to see... Yeah, because that one does crit chance for Bloody Saw. And so we're just going to get in here where we can. And I just want to stand on top of them. Because the more we stand on top of these guys, the more saws they're going to get in the face. There we go. And we'll take out this tower. And still at max hit. And I knew I took hits there. I know I took hits there. We're going to go ahead and, so we can give ourselves a little bit more health just in case. Don't really think it's that big of an issue. Area effect of the saw. Awesome. Magnetic is also really good. I don't know what is our armor at. That's that's body slam. Yeah. Armor is at 471 and our block is at 134. I honestly wonder how strong that would actually be. But there's really nothing I want to pass up on. Like the only thing that would probably be here that I would do is brittle. I don't know. I was an area modifier. Ooh, we get a lot of area from Earthquake. But we're also getting extra damage from Body Slam. And it's on a 1.9 second cooldown. You know what? Let's try it. I might ruin the build. But that's what this is all about. It's about learning what to do and what not to do. And if I'm getting so much extra, whatchamacallit, armor for my skills, which I am, you can see me, I'm like 150, like 140 stacks of armor through resilience, that I feel like we're going to be doing a crap ton of damage. As long as we're hitting stuff, we're fine. We're fine. I was going to circle around them like I was going to. I do want to make sure we're not getting hit by flamethrowers and or lightning bolts. That's the only set I don't. That's the I hate whenever we come across groups like this, that they all have like their own little ranged beams. It makes clearing them a little bit slower. But we're still doing a relatively decent amount of damage. Although this time these guys are putting up some fights for whatever. It feels like they're taking reduced damage right now. I wonder if this is literally Earthquake. Like if we see Earthquake again, I might actually pick up Earthquake again and swap them back out. Man, we got a lot of bleed right there. I think maybe Earthquake was actually doing that much extra work for us. Even though we're getting all that extra armor, that's allowing us to do lots of damage with Titans or Body Slam. I think maybe that that Earthquake was doing way more than I thought. There we go. I'm gonna see if we can get Earthquake back. There it is. Let's swap it back out. It's gonna be really funny the next time we see some Lords, they just get absolutely demolished. I mean, I do see those brittle stacks showing up, so yeah, I think maybe it was doing a lot more work than I thought. Alright, here we go. So we will make that decision again. So just know in advance that the amount of the time that we have on the clock whenever we finish these Lords off is not representative of the actual amount of clear time, because I nerfed myself for like a singular set of Lords. Oh yeah, no, that makes a difference. That makes a crap ton of difference. So Earthquake is insane, okay? Don't sleep on it. Alright, let's go ahead and look at some other stuff here. Area effect. All attacks bleed. Multicast. Rage Unleashed. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the other set. Because we're going to try to sit right under these guys. Try to stay out of the way of the Void Lord, or the Reaper there. too good. Just too good. Alright, let's also go ahead and look at... I would really like to see some more bleed-related stuff. I don't think we really need to take any more fortifying damage. There we go. Whenever you play bleed, a portion of it's dealt out, right? That's what I wanted to see. I would love to have seen that way earlier. And remember, we also are working with Execute as well. So that's actually basically killing off enemies when they get around 40% health. And then 10% health with Void Lords. So that just increases our clear potential exponentially. And we're just going to bring them all in here. I might actually even be willing to tank like an energy blast from this guy right here. Or some AoEs from around these guys. Look at his health just drop. And like that, I actually think this may be one of the fastest times we ever did. 15 minutes, 58 seconds. That actually would have been faster if we would have kept Earthquake. Isn't that crazy? Let's go ahead and jump into Overlord 2 and continue our path of destruction here. It's actually probably one of the best runs I've ever had with the Barbarian. Here in Simple, we got 5 level ups to use. Let's go ahead and do Merciless, Relentless. I'll use Exploit Poison, sure, why not? Increase the damage of every bleed, yeah. We'll get some more lethality, why not? And I do need to move around ever so slightly occasionally. I do want to be able to recoup the health. Void Lords are already up. That's crazy. We killed 15 elites that fast. And we also have some level ups here to use. Magnetic. Bleed. Sure, we'll go with the poison. We'll get some extra health. We'll become a little bit tankier. And there they go, all 4 of them. What was that, like 8 seconds? That was insane. I do know that things get easier the further you go on into these games, but I just want to prove how good Barbarian can be. And like that, I think that was another like 15 or 20 elites that we just already downed. And we also got 7th level up somewhere. Trying to see if we can find some good rolls. There we go. Actually, I'm out of reroll, so we'll just go ahead and go with what we know to be good out of the selections. I'm just gonna tank a lot of this damage right out. Just because I want to get rid of these guys as quick as possible. There we go. Now we gotta go through 25 more elites. We already have 10 down. Before, like, right as the Void Lords were dropping, we were already clearing how many we needed to. All right, let's go with damage increase. Sure, why not? Go with Earth Attunement because that gives us 20% additional crit chance with non-Earth related skills. Yes, and I am doing some Merciless. There we go. I think this might be my fastest clear time to Overlord 2. Get rid of this Jin right here. And we're going to go ahead and start looking at these other things. Go ahead and do Merciless, Laceration, Magnetic, Damage Increase. I'm honestly kind of wondering how long we could survive. Like how much longer before this is actually like feeling threatening? Because so right now the answer is not at all. We'll get bounced around for sure, but it's kind of insane how much clear we got. We got a tower over here. Go ahead and clear that out. 2.8 million in like 2 seconds. Maybe less than that. Oh, sorry about that. And at 19 minutes 23 seconds, we already have Overlord 3. You know what? I'm gonna do one more. It feels nice. Like, it feels good. And I mean, like I said, it gets easier the further on you go in. But it's just like, I'm enjoying this. But you know what? If you guys want to dip out, but you like the content, make sure you like and you're subscribed to the channel down below. Let me know what you think of the videos. If you're gonna stick with me, awesome. If not, you guys have a great day. But let's keep doing this. Like, you know, this is more or less just ego boosting for myself. Like, I'm feeling good about this. Like, I'm feeling real good about this. I feel like the Barbarian I always wanted to be whenever I selected Barbarian in this game. Where are the statues at? Oh, there you are. Oh, and now we got Doom? Ooh. These guys are gonna last 5 seconds. If I am allowed to stand still. Okay, maybe they might last 5 seconds. Maybe they're a little bit healthier. This is our first set of lords on this difficulty. Or this Overlord. I mean, but they die pretty fast all the same. Only place for me to go is up. Let's go ahead and use our stuff. And now we're starting to see Doom procs. So it took a little bit of time, maybe like 2 sets of lords, but we're back to killing them lickety-split. There we go. Take the opportunity to heal up a bit. Let's see, agility, that's fine. Yep, feeling better now. We just had to get used to Overlord 3 for a minute. They just died. They're already back for the next round. There you go. And now we're down to the last set of lords. Let's see how lucky we can get some stuff. Multi-cast and ground slam. Sure, that's good. You know, let's take some of our movement away. Let's just say. I want to get to the guy throwing a laser beam at me. And there we go. And we are done skis. That is Overlord 3 in 23 minutes. So looking at our damage, we did 9.9 billion damage with Bloody Saw. Earthquake was actually doing a crap ton of damage at 2.5 billion, so I'm so sad that I even decided to drop that and all to try Body Slam. Heavy Strike, of course, doing really good. Resonant Slam, awesome. Ground Slam, we were doing for the healing, and the Warcry, of course, doing 150.3 million, but we weren't doing that for the damage. We were doing that for the passive benefit of getting additional damage to do. So that was a look at this Barbarian build. Again, I would stress, or to show off, let me go back to the main menu real quick, so that way you can take another look at the abilities that we decided to take. The abilities we decided to take, or the runes we decided to take, in the versatility tree were the Material Harvest, the Weapon Expert, and the Reroll Mastery. Dash Mastery, Decapitator, so we can kill enemies a little bit faster. It really helps out with the early game. Pulse of Agony, because that gives us cast frequency based off bleed. We're redoing a whole bunch of bleed. And then we have Multicast Mastery, because multicast is always good. As far as our build goes, we had Heavy Strike, Ground Slam, Earth Shield, Bloody Saw, Resonant Slam, and Earthquake. You don't necessarily need Resonant Slam, but I do really feel like it helps out a lot for survivability purposes. So as Earth Shield, if you want to take something else other than these two, you are more happy to do so. I just feel like that, you know, works really well. So that being said, if you like the content, you'll see more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, join my Discord if you want to become friends and all that sort of jazz. But until next time, you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video. Later.